Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today the topic is security in the IT infrastructure model. Before we start, if you are new, so don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon. Now let's move to the video. Creating the secure IT system is more important than ever. Every after year IT gets more complex, more business processes rely on it, and attacks and getting more sophisticated. In general, information system security can be defined as a combination of availability, confidentiality, and integrity focused on the recognitions and residence of attacks. And in this diagram, we will discuss the process information applications and application platforms and in IT infrastructures and user devices, operating system, compute, storage, networking, and data centers. And then this computer crimes as use the sum from the gaining control over in the context of this book IT infrastructure. There are the various reasons for committing the crime against the IT infrastructures which is given below. Personal exposure and prestige. In the past, the hacker community was were keen on getting the personal or a group exposure by hacking into a secured IT infrastructure. When hackers proved that they could enter a secured system and made it public, they gained the respect from other hackers. While nowadays most hacking activities is done for the other reasons, there are the still large communities of hackers that enjoy the game, creating the damage to the organizations to create the bad publicity, for instance by defacing the websites, bringing down systems or websites, or making the internal documents public. Again, and the financial gain, the hostage and asking for the ransom, stealing credit card data, changing the account data in bank systems, or stealing the passwords or customers, or ordering the goods on their behalf. Terrorism, the main purpose of the terrorism is creating fear in a society. A well planned attack targeted at a certain computer systems, like the computer system that manages the water supply or a nuclear power plant, could result in chaos and fear amongst citizens. Wherever we will discuss the fairware, and certain governments use the hacking practices as act of war, since economies and societies today largely depend on the IT infrastructures. Bringing the important IT systems down in a certain country could cause the economy of collapse. Bringing down the internet access of the country, for example, means no access to social media, no emails, no web shops, no stealing, no stock trading, no search engines, etc. In the next chapter, in the security explained from the risk management perspectives, and security patterns like identity and access management and layered security and cryptography are explained as well. By comparing the risk management is that in which the security systems is all about the managing risk. If there are no risk, we don't need any security controls. The effort we put in securing the infrastructure should therefore be directly related to the risk at hand. Risk management is a process of determining an acceptable level of risk, assessing the current level of risk, taking steps to reduce the risk to acceptable level, and maintaining that level. The risk list can be used to quantify risk. Such a list can be compiled in a business impact analysis BIA workshop with all relevant stakeholders. A risk list contains the following parts, which is given as the hazard name, vulnerability, exploit, probability, impact, and risk, and again in the impact and again in the risk. But is it name the component that needs to be protected, vulnerabilities that the weakness process, physical exposure that makes the hazard susceptible, and exploits. Exploits are way to use the more vulnerabilities to attack an hazard. Probability and estimation of likelihood of the occurrence of an exploit. How often do we estimate this will happen? For example, 5 frequent, 4 likely, 3 occasional, 2 seldom, and 1 likely. The impact is that in which the damage when the vulnerability is exploited, for example, the catastrophe is critical, moderate, and negligible, are given in this below. Thanks for watching my video. But Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon if you are new.